Okay, Project XB, this is the next episode. I figured I'll do it in such a way that this part is linked to doing more of the engine. So I'm starting off with this bit like this. So this is the beginning, and then when the motor comes back from the machine shop, we'll join it in and then put it together and do all sorts of good stuff. So here's where we're starting with. We have stripped the block right down. Took all the wash plugs out, did a couple of rotates, all that shit fell out of it. The main bearings less than happy. That's the good one of the cam bearings. The rest get progressively worse, and the back one looks just like that. So we're going to do this. If we're going to do it, you might as well do it the whole hog. So we're going to have it acid dipped, new cam bearings, then we get it back, we'll hone it, put new rings on the pistons, new bearings on the pistons, new bearings on the crank, put the crank in, assemble it all properly, we got a new cam coming because the one that came out of it was beyond stuffed. Actually, I'll show you that. You might get a fright. I don't think it was still working, but it couldn't have been working very well, and dumped it out here. So if you have a close look at this, the lobes are just worn, and every single one of these come out with a slight dish in the top of them. The timing set refused to come out willingly. The cam refused to come out willingly. I did find at some point in time the timing set had broken one of the plastic teeth off, so somewhere in the motor might be one of those. Hopefully it didn't do anything bad. The last time I seen that plastic coating come off, it went through everywhere. So yeah, this standard cam is absolutely stuffed. It's pretty much a paperweight now. Get back in here. So we got a new cam and lifters. This is going to get cleaned. We'll get it back, we'll hone it. Gave it a quick test hone on that cylinder, see if we could make the ring ridge a little less. We did, but when we go to the machine shop, we'll talk to them about that. I don't really want to have it bored and have new pistons put in, because it's just more money I don't actually have. I didn't actually want to go to this much effort, because that was the whole point of buying one that was a runner, so I could just stick it in and go, but apparently that doesn't seem to be anything you can do anymore. So here we are, and we might as well just do it all properly. Get it back. It'll be a couple of days down there in a tank, and new bearings. We'll get it back, and we'll do it all properly. Clean up the block, hone it, mask it up, paint the block beautifully, stick it a new cam, stick it a new crank with all new bearings, new piston rings, and all the stuff, and just build it up from scratch. And then once that's a short block, we might take the heads and go get them professionally cleaned up as well. Just, you know, I know it's going to cost an arm and leg, but you might as well do it properly at day one. So that's where we're at. And this should follow into the motor being back from the machine shop. Hey, and we're back. This is freshly machined. Look at it. Look at it. Like new cam bearings, cleaned, dipped, honed, new pistons in there, new crank's been ground, everything. She is good to go. Yeah. Stay tuned, we'll get it on the stand and get it cleaned, and then maybe put some paint on it. Okay, we've cleaned it and 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 cleaned it. And my word, definitely worth cleaning. All those water galleries still had tons and tons of machining grime in it and shit in them. Cleaned the cylinders 4,500 times. Gee, they look good though, don't they? It's definitely the way to go. I know it looks a bit surface rusty, but I think that's just par for the course, really. That stuff doesn't matter, even if it is. But the stuff that does matter is all the loveliness inside it. So we've cleaned it. I've sprayed CRC all over it. I'm going to clean it a little bit again, and I'll probably mask it up, and I'll paint the blue on the block so it doesn't look as disgusting. Plus it's something fun to do before I have to actually do stuff that earns me money. But I thought I'd do this video. We got the motor back. I might show you the pistons now while I got 5 seconds. I don't think they're anything exciting. But yeah, look at the bench, full of stuff, all the goodies. And that's what I'm going to use to prime the oil before I start it, is a pulled apart distributor. All I've done is take off the cam gear with just knocking out that little pin and just remove all the doodads in the top, and a drill fitted straight on it. And that is the distributor out of the engine, so it should work perfectly. We've got rings, got the Ford Bible, braking oil, well, no, concentrate, and we've got braking oil coming, cam, oil pump, oh, that's the pickup, that's the oil pump, pliers put on piston rings, there's a new oil pump drive, a tiny torque wrench, the bearings, other bearings, timing set, pretty much all the good stuff. I've got the lifters soaking in some oil. No, that's not the oil that's going to be used when it starts up. We'll have proper braking oil, but I'm using that stuff to assemble it because it's going to last in it for a bit longer. Spoken to a few people, and once again, it's like bodywork. There's 300 different methods on putting together engines, so that's what I'm going to do, and you're watching it, and that's what you're going to have to cop me watching. I don't know what brand of pistons these are, but they look okay. They look certainly better than the crap that came out of the engine. Whatever that is, Hastings. They look nice. So yeah, we're trying to do it all properly. The crank's been ground 10. They've got some sort of coating on it we'll have to wipe off, but that looks beautiful. So it's going to be a very nice stock standard 302. I don't think too many people rebuild 302s, but I'm going to be one of those people. Because going by the seat of your pants, between this and a stock 351 that's not a 4V, there isn't much in it. I looked at the specs. These aren't a 302 and a 351 2V engines. There isn't much in them. Not enough that I reckon you'd feel it in your pants. Not around town anyway. So it'll give me the rumble, it'll make a good daily driver, and should be a lot of fun. And a very good learning experience, because I've never done this. So I'm going off other people's knowledge. If your knowledge disagrees with them, then I beg you to keep quiet. But if you have something that knowledge that might be super helpful on assembly, then speak up. But if you do things differently, then I request that you just, you know, respect the way I'm doing it, because I'm only doing it the way that the machine shop who did all this told me to do it. So cheers, thanks for watching, stay tuned, we'll keep you updated. I'm not super convinced people can hear me with this, but I thought I'd just give it a, because I got the little heater going because it's cold here. I'm going to try and dry the paint a little bit. Never hurts. Spent ages masking this up. Of course, when I did all that effort, the rattle can I was using ended up being a pain in the ass, but I just want it to be nice and look good. I'll make sure it doesn't, I'll wipe out any paint that went where it shouldn't. But I've had it upside down, the right way up, all of it's, yeah, see, all masked. Things are in holes where things go. So I'll unmask it in a second and show you, and then wrap up the video. And there we go, I'm going to wrap up the video here. But tomorrow we'll start doing some more to it. I think it's painted up fairly well. I'm a bit worried about this engine maybe having an overheating issue in the future, or it's just, yeah, we'll just have to play it by ear, see how it's going to go, because it had an awful lot of crap inside the water galleries. They hot tanked this thing a couple of times and washed it out 3 times. So we just said watch out for a bit of corrosion in the cylinders. They may need to be sleeved one day if they get real bad. And at that point I will cry deeply. But I'm hopeful. It was only gone to 30 thou, and I've seen Cleveland's go out to 60 thou, so I'm hoping that, you know, we've got a bit of wiggle room. Staying positive. I'm just gonna hope for the best, pray a little, and but yes, we're moving forward. I hope you guys like this video. It's a bit different than normal. I'm just about to put it to bed now and go work on the XD. I'm going to spray all the cylinders with CRC and all the important bits, and then cover it up and maybe start putting some of it together tomorrow. So yeah, hope you like it. Should be a good video. Should be a good engine, I meant to say. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.